Hey there, thanks for being with me today. I'm grateful to spend just a minute with you. Appreciate you. Today is a fun day for me. Today is my birthday, and I'm 69 today, and I've already gotten, I don't know, some umpteen number of birthday wishes, many from people that I'm not surprised, and new people, that I wouldn't have thought noticed. And I know Facebook reminds us, and that's all fun. And I appreciate that. I appreciate turning this age. Ooh, I love it. One more year and I'll be 70. I can't wait. It's not that I want to get old, but just milestones things, right? Milestones are the markers of life. And we can cruise on and do nothing particular and just sort of go with the flow every day. And if that's a way to live life you want to use, then you should. Me, I'm always creating. And so are you. Like we are creators. That's what I was thinking about today. We're creators. And what I notice is that most of the time our creations are accidental. We live reactively, or at least I used to. I won't speak for you. Reactively meaning stuff happens and I react to it and I hope to make it better and hope today's a good day and hope this works and that, client comes or that book does well when I write another book or song or whatever. And so in that way, it's like a creator, but a sort of hesitant creator, right? I hope it works. I hope people like it. I hope this, that, and the other. And I've discovered that's not very powerful. I've discovered that's painful, actually. So I have done, Picasso at least is credited with having said, when someone asked him about critics and his paintings, right? He said, I don't worry about anything they say. I just move on to the next one. And Picasso, I think, is one of the most prolific painters ever, having done, I don't know how many, but many, many hundreds, if not more, maybe thousands of paintings in his lifetime. So spectacular work that now later is revered. And at the time he's like, whatever, I'm being me. So as I think about this season, like we're in a holiday season with specific holidays for many. I celebrate Christmas. I'm a Christian, but there are other holidays and people that celebrate other times of year. But this time for me brings in the thoughts of intentionality, like creating on purpose. So as you know, if you've watched very many of these, my work is to reach 300 million people. I just got back from New Orleans last night, late this morning, actually. I got to bed at 2. And I was speaking at an event, a powerful mastermind that I really enjoyed, and it was beautiful, and the talk was good, and the reaction was good, and that was fun. But the thing I wanted to know most of all, I talked to several people afterwards who said, oh, yay, that was good. But the thing I wanted to know most was what difference did it make for you? Because one definition is the meaning of something is the difference it makes. If it makes no difference, it has no meaning. So every person that asked me or that told me how wonderful my talk was, I asked them, what did it change for you? What are you going to do different because you heard it? And that was a startling question. That was like, what? And they had to think. And there was one answer. I just loved this guy's answer. He said, I went back to my hotel room and I got in a certain document that he uses, the credo of an organization that we both belong to. And he changed a bunch of words in there based on reflection of what we had talked about. And I was just thinking, yes, there's someone that took action and is creating on purpose. So it's morning here for me. I'm in Mountain Standard Time. I don't know where you are, but wherever you are, here's a question for you. What are you creating today? What is today about? Is it about something? For me, it's about finishing up mixing a song. For me, it's about, I have several clients today and meeting a couple of brand new people. And that's so much joy for me. One of the reasons I really enjoyed going to this event is I had the opportunity to meet 40 people. Now, there were probably 10 that I knew from other events of this private mastermind sort of thing, but there were 30 that I didn't. And I got to meet glorious people and get to know them and see in their hearts and see what they're creating and ask them. And I've got follow-up opportunities with lots of them just to see how we can work together and create good in the world. So here's the invitation. I get up every day and I make a commitment that I'm going to add good to the world. And when I say that, sometimes people get a funny look on their face, like, what do you mean add good to the world? Well, when I breathe, I add carbon dioxide. Now that's part of the oxygen cycle, and we know how that works. Or And so that's physiologically. And I add other things, my energy. Do I add sadness to the world? Do I add grumpiness? Do I add apathy? Do I add something positive? So I have a rule for myself. I created it, nobody else, is that in every interaction I have, every conversation with someone, I want to leave them a little higher on the ladder of consciousness, a little more toward love and creativity and, you know, light and all that stuff, and a little further away from the middle, which is kind of apathy, and way further away from the bottom, which is, fear and hate and that sort of stuff. So every interaction, every time I talk to someone, I think about how can I encourage them? How can I love you? Not them, you. I'm talking to you. How can I love you? And today, here's how I'm loving you, encouraging you. I'm encouraging you to take ownership, fierce ownership of your creations today. Like, what are you creating today? And that doesn't mean a thing. Maybe you are creating a thing. Maybe you're writing a book or creating a product or service or building a chair. I don't know. But more than the object, what is the energy you choose to bring into the world? Like, we are super powerful channels of infinite energy. We're full of it. Even a vacuum, I don't mean we're full of it, but we are full of that infinite energy. Even the vacuum of space is full of infinite energy. So if you and me, if we're a channel of divine energy or a channel of grumpy crap, what are we going to choose to channel? Now, if I get busy and distracted, I don't channel anything. I just channel nothing, apathy and, being distracted. So I make it a point to think about creating every day. What am I creating? Now, I might be working on a song. I'm working on one later today, and I have some clients and things. And so I'm trying to create progress and growth in your life and in theirs. And I want to encourage you to take ownership of your life, fierce ownership, and think about on purpose, what are you creating today? So for a second, play with me here. What is your opportunity to create today? What is your opportunity to create? What can you create? Well, you can create happiness with a smile. You can create better relationships with a hug and with words of love that are heartfelt and intentional. Maybe you're about creating money today with some sales calls and some opportunities to talk to people. If you do that, here's a suggestion. I had a conversation with somebody after the meeting yesterday, and here's what we talked about. One of the jobs that he has, or one of the functions that he does in his job, is sales calls. So he talks to people on the phone a lot and is offering them a product or service that is essentially a sale. And he talked about the focus of it being, I feel if I don't sell that I failed. And I said, well, what if you framed it this way? Am I serving this person? Like, maybe they're not prepared for what you have to offer. Maybe they need it, or you can see a way why what you offer would benefit them. But if they can't see that, then it won't benefit them. So maybe the good I can add to the world and to their lives is just to lift and bless them and give them product, if it's talking or if it's, a place to send them. Lots of times I'll give you an example. Lots of times I'll talk to people, and I'll do that. I'll listen to what they're doing, what they're trying to do, what's in the way, because those are coaching questions, but I ask them all the time because I want people to live this ultimate life I keep talking about. So I say, well, what's in your way? What is stopping you from being perfectly happy today? And they'll list a few things, and we'll go into what can we do about that? What is possible? And we never quit without finding a few specific, clear actions that will move the needle of happiness, move the needle of money, move the needle of creation that they're trying to bring into the world. And I do that without even thinking about, do I have a product or service? That would come way later in the conversation after I understand what they're really trying to do. And then, okay, yeah, I do have something to help with that. But anyways, I was talking to this fellow. I helped him just go in there with the idea of how can I help them get closer to their goals? How can I serve them is the buzzword. How can I do something to make your life better? So I ask you that question. Every time I do one of these lives, my question to you right here, right now is, how can I help you? I help people write books. I help people make more money. I help people be happier. I help people repair relationships. I help people improve their own self-image and learn who they really are with divine beings with infinite capability, and then not just some woo-woo language, but how do you use that to make a difference in your own life, in the lives of others, in your bank account, in your books, if you're writing them, or products? Like, you can do that if you want to, but it takes action, of course, and you have to do something different. And mostly when we don't take action, it's because we got stuck behind a story. And the story he was stuck behind was, if I don't make this sale, this many sales, I'm a failure. And I invited him to consider reframing that, because the sales will come as you bless someone's life, as you serve them. I'll give you an example. If some silly example, I don't know if where you are they have Costco, but in Costco here in Canada and the US, they give samples. So they prepare the food and they prepare it well, and sometimes they put seasonings and stuff on it. Then you get to eat some little cup or a piece of something. You get to eat it and taste it. So they have served me. I got a little thing. It tasted good or not. And then the decision about buying it is easy. I ate it. Man, that's good. Where is it? I want one. Or I don't want one. But I'm not attached to that outcome, and neither are they. So I invite you to create intentionally today. Stop right this minute and just spend a couple of minutes thinking about, what are you creating today? Then the secrets are: create with joy, create with love and service in mind, loving yourself powerfully and those with whom you interact. Love you. See you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, because you create it. We'll see ya.